Ayy, poppin' like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground running like the rent do. Speak a little something that you're into. I ain't tryna hear about what you been through. Like hold up, say what's the hold up. I got the pack, who got the roll up? I'm tryna pull up. It seem like every time I show up, it gotta go up. See the drip, they see the glow up. Oh, now they know us. See, it's funny how my pockets out of shape, but I'm fit for the flex. Clear the phone call, hit my chick with a text. Parlay through the bird with my drip from the jets. Save a couple hundred by your with the rest. I prefer my reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Ayy, winning like I ought to. I ain't wanna do it, but I got to. Smoking what my doctor told me not to. Got these wishing they was hot too. Ballin' like I need to. Got my exes wishing for a redo. Smell the marijuana when I speed through. Hit her with a tip, that's a preview. Hold up, wait up, get your weight up. Shit, get your money, not your hate up. Boy, draw a play up. I flip my wrist, a layup. She wanna lay up. I gotta get it, I'ma stay up. I'm all the way up. I got my pay up. I ain't playing with you. I'm a coach now. Commentating, do the most now. I be somewhere booted with my toes down. Made little baby tooted with her nose down. I prefer my reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live.
What's up, good Vipo? Let me know that you can hear me by putting in the chat justice for all or just get comfortable or we're going to bind these technical issues because I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, I am looking pink and things are, I don't know what was happening. Something wasn't settled. Give me a minute. I'm like, where is everything that I put in here? This is crazy. Here it is. Give me 1 second because I need to adjust this camera. The color is gonna bother me. I'll give you a quick little commercial. I'll be right back. Guess not. At least I got the color a little bit better. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. What's going on? And happy Friday to all of you in the chat. Thank you for letting me know that you could hear me. We got Precious G and Deborah and Ricardo and Faith and Nicole and Delilah and Ariane Smith and Beauty Miss Mixtress and all the rest of you, Daphne and Mundane and Karen and everybody else in the chat, Marianne. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. So today we have quite a few topics. So that's why I was like, get comfortable. Try to get this camera just, I'm like, frame is all off. But so today we're going to talk about, or this evening, the update on Jamie Foxx, because there's been a level of misinformation going out there. And I actually sent out a post. It kind of had me down this afternoon for a few hours, and until I then realized that things were looking up. But update on Jamie Foxx. We also have Trump, lying Trump. We're going to give a quick little update on him, as well as the story of Jordan Neely, who I was actually going to cover last week, but we ended up not going live, not due to any of you. It was all on me. But the story of Jordan Neely, who was the Michael Jackson impersonator, who was unfortunately put in a chokehold that he did not survive. Then we have an update on the Shanquila Robinson saga and some of the players within that. And the story out of Chicago, my very own hometown of Chicago, of the police officer who was unfortunately had her life taken as she got home from Ariana Preston, a police officer who unfortunately had her life taken while she was arriving home from a day of work. And then a couple viral stories. I see these viral stories and I'm like, I can start sharing these viral stories in some of our live streams. So we have one of the stories is of a 3 and 6 year old little boys who took their parents' car on a joyride. Now I did say a 6 and a 3 year old, and of course that didn't go well. And they were trying to drive to the toy store and crashed into a pole. So, and then we have a couple other little viral clips here. If I can get them to play, because something's happening with. I'm gonna try to pull in some different videos, and hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. I think it's the computer, but anyway, so back to Jamie Foxx, the update on Jamie. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, before I forget, we are streaming on both channels tonight, the Reality Chronicles channel, as well as the They'll Be Reacts, the primary channel. And I'm doing it on purpose because we're trying to get the watch hours up there over on the Reality Chronicles channel up. And so if you can stream on both, that would be great. Also, if you're watching on that channel, put your globes, your Earth emojis in the chat, so I know that who's over there watching on our Reality Chronicles channel. YouTube is kind of playing because we have over the watch hour amounts, but on the desktop version of what I need to be able to apply for monetization, it's not calculating the same. So one is saying we're 400 watch hours over what we need, and one is saying we're 300 under, and that's the one that's not working. So thank you, Precious G, and where we at? Precious G and Arian Smith, and Yes, I Am Unique, and Marlena B, and whoever else is watching and streaming on both channels is very greatly appreciated in you helping me grow. Don Sterling as well. Appreciate all of my people. Now we got more. Marianne and Deshaun and everyone else. I really appreciate you. So to our primary story, our first story of the night, Jamie Foxx. So it was circulating. I had noticed it kind of brewing that people were talking about Jamie Foxx and whether or not he was as well as what his family was saying. And so the next thing I know, today I started seeing posts, and one came from the Touré show, and he put out a IG post where he said, Jamie Foxx is on life support in ICU at this hour. Family is preparing for the worst. Wow. And then I just started seeing the other blogs picking it up. We had Love B. Scott picked it up and saying Jamie Foxx family. Jamie Foxx is currently on life support in ICU, according to Touré. So this is it's like gossip. This is how it spreads. And so you know, I even put out a post. Thank God it actually didn't go through, and I didn't realize it until hours later. It just didn't post. But it got so bad, and it was starting to pick up traction because he is a major, you know, public figure, celebrity. And so it got to the point that his daughter, Corinne, had to take to social media to set the record straight. And I'm so glad that she did. And so in her post, Corinne Foxx, she said, update from the family. Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks. So he's not in ICU, not in the hospital and not in ICU. And he is recuperating. Says, in fact, he was playing, excuse me, he was playing pickleball yesterday. And I'm like, what is pickleball? Is that something you play when you get rich? I don't ever remember growing up hearing pickleball, but maybe it's a regional thing or something. Let me know in the chat. What is pickleball? But it says, thanks everyone. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week too. So this, I mean, I was speculating that they were maybe keeping some things from us, you know, that it wasn't full disclosure, but it looks like she's saying in addition that they have a work announcement coming next week. So looks like he's on the up and up, and I'm very happy for that. And I actually went as far because I was like, okay, I'm just not seeing people who know him personally. And I know Tank, I've spoken about Tank. Tank and Jamie Foxx are very close. Jamie Foxx took Tank in as when Tank was down on his luck and let him move in his house and helped him kind of get his spirits back up so that he could return back to singing after he did his first album and then ended up broke after that. And, you know, career had stalled a little bit. And so Jamie Foxx was very instrumental in making sure Tank didn't give up. So I went to Tank's Instagram because I'm like, I'm sure he might say something like my boy or prayers for him. But he didn't have anything on there posted about Jamie Foxx. But that's also probably something I would do. Like if my friend was a celebrity and be like, I ain't saying nothing. Like that's not for public consumption. So thank God Tank is okay. And and looks like he's on the road to recovery. Says pickleball is a mix of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. It's the latest craze. Okay, very fun. Maybe that's why I don't know about it. It's something that's newer that I have not yet run into. Pickleball has taken off in the last couple years. Big now here in DC, created in Florida, I think. It's like tennis, but the court is smaller. They liken it to table tennis, but not on a table. Interesting. I need to see this. I'm gonna have to Google it after so I can see some actual videos with it. But thank y'all for that. I appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, thoughts and prayers out to Jamie Foxx, and thank his daughter for Corinne for setting the record straight. And none better than hearing from the horse's mouth, because media and the internet will run with a story. I was one of those people today. Just thank God my post didn't go out. And then we have Trump the dump. Trump was in the news this week because he was found liable for assaulting E. Jean Carroll, who is a writer, and she accused him of SA. Well, really, she accused him of the R word, but he was only found liable for SA. I can't say these words, y'all. And it was from him accosting her in a Bergdorf department store. I think he took her shopping. I didn't dig for the backstory on it, so I don't know those details off the top of my head. But long story short, she filed a defamation lawsuit against him because when she finally shared her story years ago, this happened back in 1996, I think it was. When it happened, she actually shared with people who were close to her immediately, and then eventually she wrote a book, I think it was. And when she wrote a book and she put told her story, and of course he did, like the other sociopathic narcissists, some that we talk about on this channel ran to degrade her, saying she's ugly, she's not his type, the stuff that they do, and she's a liar, she's crazy, all these other things. And so she was able to, she said he ruined her life, ruined her career, all of this kind of stuff. This is what his plan was. This is what he was trying to do. So the update of it is that on Wednesday night, he took to CNN, and he ended up claiming that the decade-old essay allegations were fake and a made-up story, completely made up. And he said that it's basically, a serial predator. That's a perfect way to describe it. Describe him, a serial predator. And so he ended up basically, although the court has found him liable, he ended up, basically saying that it was a witch hunt. Y'all know all his code words. And so Jean Carroll was not aware of this. She said she did not watch, but the next day when she finally woke up, she had a bunch of messages of people saying, "Did you see this?" et cetera, et cetera. So she ended up seeing all the disparaging things that Donald Trump continues to say about her, although she has now won, proving that it was not a lie in the court of law. But this is again how serial predators do. So she was quoted as saying, "It is just stupid, it is just disgusting and foul, and it wounds people," she said in an interview to the New York Times on Thursday, adding that she has been insulted by better people. Exactly. And that his comments came just one day after, because she ended up being awarded $5 million in damages. So he took to the press with his version of it all being made up just one day after he was found liable for SA. And Well, they were saying, so in response to a question from CNN moderator about the Manhattan jury's verdict Tuesday, he called Miss Carroll a whack job and said her civil trial was a rigged deal, and the audience had better drawn primarily from Republican groups, and the comments drew applause and laughter. So he too has his hags and the people who have been love bombed by Donald Trump, and they're believing this. So they're in the audience applauding and laughing. I haven't seen this myself. But Miss Carroll said that it was infuriating when her long-term stylist had told her, what had occurred on Thursday morning. And she says that she's upset on the behalf of young men in America. They cannot listen to this Boulder Dash and this old-timey view of women, which is a caveman view. So she's afraid that, some of these young people, Trump's minions be trumpeting. Exactly. So now she's 79 years old, and she's now questioning whether to file a new defamation lawsuit against him per her lawyer. So I actually hope that she does. And of course, his attorneys have appealed this judgment. And so we'll see what comes of that. Let me see if I have some comments. Oh, let's see. Right, Cheeto Man is ridiculous. Says the CNN interview was disgusting, however enlightening, with the type of audience selected to attend. Yeah, and I don't. The media is still it's a repeat of 2015. All over again, leading up to the election, where they're promoting his foolery, but it's because it's profitable for them. And again, for them to even only select an audience of people who are going to agree with him is shameful. It's shameful. And speaking of shameful things that have been done in New York, we have the story of Jordan Neely, who was a homeless man who lived in New York, and he was also a Michael Jackson impersonator. And he was on last week on the train and was having mental health. He had mental health issues, known mental health issues, and was on the train being loud and saying that he was hungry and thirsty, and that he basically would do anything to anyone to make sure that he gets, what he wanted or what he needs. And he was then subdued, I guess you would say, and then chokehold, chokehold, but put in the chokehold for, I heard one report was 3 minutes, but then I heard multiple reports that it was 15 minutes of having him in a chokehold, having Jordan Neely in a chokehold. And unfortunately, Jordan did not survive being put in that chokehold. And this guy, Daniel, pictured next to him is Daniel Penny, who is a U.S. veteran, U.S. Marine veteran, who ended up holding him. It was 3 guys involved, but this was the guy who actually issued the fatal chokehold. And so if this plays, we'll see if this plays, but I actually have a clip that he has now, he's 24 years old, this Daniel Penny guy, and Jordan Neely is 30 years old. But Daniel Penny left the police precinct in handcuffs this morning after surrendering, and was later arraigned and released. He waived the reading of his charges in court and was not required to enter a plea. The Manhattan prosecutors and defense agreed to a bail package, including $100,000 cash insurance company bond, Penny, who is pursuing a bachelor's degree in architecture and lives in New York City, must surrender his passport within 48 hours and cannot leave the state without judicial approval. And they said that the Neely's family was hoping for stiffer charges. The family attorney was quoted as saying he believes that the conviction should be for murder for the M word, because it was intentional. It says at some point when people are screaming, "Let him go," you're K-ing him. He could have chose to let him go, but he didn't. And what did he think would happen if he didn't? He had to know he would pass away. He had to, said the attorney. And so this video, if it plays, we'll see. Okay, I see it loading on my end. Give me a minute to work with this technical issue, because this is crazy, because my computer's just really acting up for no reason. Okay, and I got so many videos to play. Hold on, let me try to pull it back in, because maybe I just got to redo them all. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Gotta love the tech issues. What's happening on the screen?
Daniel, did you do it?
Daniel, what do you have to say about the charges?
Daniel, what do you have to say about
Daniel, any
kiddos? That's it.
So yeah, that was him. Whatever his name is, Daniel Penny's being arraigned today. And yeah, I'm looking at some of the comments. Give me a second. Yes, I am unique, and sometimes the trying to be the hero takes the turn for the worse. Yeah, I don't know, but again, when you listen to the attorney, and I haven't watched the entire video, I just saw like a clip of it, and I couldn't play it in this live stream because of YouTube and all the restrictions. But from what I from what we just read, even, you know, there's the attorney is saying people were saying, stop, you know, let him go, you're K-ing him. So at that point, you should snap out of it and say, okay, these people are trying to reason. Like, yeah, I at a certain point, it's not a mistake, if you ask me. I don't understand why Daniel couldn't just let Jordan rant and ignore him. Who asked him to step in and be security? For me, I agree too, Kim, in style. Now, I don't know if we'll find out that he actually approached or what got, or if y'all know my brain, but if Jordan actually physically got, you know, in contact with someone and Daniel called himself defending him, I don't know those level of details of what might have occurred prior to it being recorded. But I did some of the coverage that I was watching from New Yorkers who were reporters and stuff. They were saying that this kind of stuff is common, but people do get kind of scared and freaked out, and sometimes they're questioning, should I get involved? Should I not? Like, you're weighing all of the options as far as getting involved or not. So I don't know what caused him to step in, or him and the other two guys, because they said it was a total of 3 of them. So, well, and even on I do have this in here. even in this image here, you can see that there multiple well, actually, what is four? No, it's three of them. It's three of them, you know, restraining him. It's crazy. He's a trained Marine. He knew the difference between subduing and what could cause the passing away. Yeah, Daphne Jones. I've heard that stated as well, which sounds right. Lydia says, y'all know I can't hang all night, but I'll stay as long as I can. All right. Yeah, we clip these down and hang as long as you can hang. I know it's a late start. I did that on purpose, hoping to have everything organized, and then the computer want to give tech issues. Oh, you gotta love it. Stephanie Speaks says, when trying to be a hero goes wrong. I think I've read that maybe. Also, he was he was a Marine. Yeah, he knows exactly what a chokehold will do. And wonder what his service record says. Yeah. Was he honorably discharged or whatever? That Marine needs to get thrown under the jail. I'm a veteran, and we know we are not above the law, right? And that was some of the commentary around this as well, as far as when this all first occurred and he was questioned. They weren't even putting his name out there, and they were just putting out the narrative that he was an ex-Marine. And some of the commentary around it was they're already trying to paint a picture of like, this guy defended us. He's, you know, an American freedom fighter. You know, he's an upstanding, you know, person and all of that. They're already putting the narrative out to paint him a certain way. And then all you hear about Jordan Neely is he was homeless and had mental health issues and had been had an extensive record when it came to his, you know, issues with the police. So it's, you know, same narrative. Kiki Fob says he could have just let him talk and ignore him. Yeah. Marianne is saying the charges could be dropped when it goes to the grand jury. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know though. This is getting so much public attention. They probably gonna kind of go through the motions with it. Yeah, not for 15 minutes, Dallas. Exactly. So we'll be following this story as well. I'll be digging a little deeper and probably do a more deep dive video on our Reality Chronicles channel. So don't forget to go over there and subscribe if you haven't, because we got some content coming when YouTube finally monetizes us over there for sure. Okay. And our next story is the Shanquila Robinson, Quilla, I always pronounce it wrong, Shanquilla Robinson. So there's an update on not really the progress of the case so much as a level of street justice that has recently occurred. And I realized I did not pull in the picture of her. The people have been accused of her untimely passing. Hold. See if I can pull it up here. Do a screen share for y'all. Let's see. I got one of them at least. Put this in. Bear with me. Those of you who don't know who, here we go. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Now I got them both. So on the other night, it is now going, you know, pretty much viral on social media that her attackers were attacked. Let me, this is a screen sharing window. This window. It was just through the window. One of them was Dejanay, so the one in the striped shirt, and then the other who was involved in this altercation was Winter Donovan. So these two were at a club in North Carolina, and it is being said it's actually a video of it. This is all I can do because we're on YouTube. But there is a video of the altercation, and off the top of my head, there were at least, I want to say, 6 or 7 females involved in the altercation, and there was actually a guy in it too, involved, like he was dragging one of the girls. And so from what it looks like, and from the little bit that I read on it, it looks like they're basically saying that they got beat up. So let me see, I could read this from the North Carolina Beat. Says let me see where I'm gonna start at. I don't know if I'm gonna read it. Maybe it's a little too no, I'm not gonna read it. Yeah, it's more dragging them. But anyway, so those 2 women have now I'll read our comments instead, because what I'm reading is like the way you kitchen table talk. But one thing they're saying is, according to a source involved in the fight, she and her friends were inside a club called Electric Tequila Wednesday night when a woman they recognize as Dejanay Jackson asked if one of her friends was recording her. The woman said she told Hyatt no after she walked away. The woman said her friends asked who was that, and she told her it was the girls that did that ish to Shanquilla. The woman said after the bar closed, the members of the Cabo Six kept saying ish, so she and the others went to the arses. So yeah, so excuse me. So that is what happened. They going about their life. They back in the clubs. They, nothing changed for them. Oh well, we got away with that, and now we're gonna go to the club, and they got a little bit of street justice. So that's the first time I'm hearing of that too. I kind of expected it to happen sooner, but got comments. Karma, that's karma. They say karma is a witch. Right. Deshaun is saying the same thing. I'm saying surprised it didn't happen sooner. Yeah. I don't know if they think people are just gonna kind of forget about it. Like, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And y'all have been plastered all over the world, really, at this point. So not even just social media. It's so much bigger than social media. And the family is still fighting for justice. They are still having still trying to get President Biden to do something. They have a rally actually coming up for to stand with the family of Shanquila Robinson and demand that the Biden administration prioritize extradition in Shanquila's case. And that's happening this coming Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, May 19th at 8:30 a.m. In Washington, D.C. So this family is still fighting for justice for Shanquilla. And in the meanwhile, the streets are also fighting for justice on that ass. So there's that. So say they may get street justice every time they go out. Yeah, I mean, life is life. Says, how do you have the gall to be inside a club after allegedly taking someone? That's the M word in Spanish. Yeah. Yeah. They need to move to a different country. They will never find peace in the streets. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's crazy to me that they would think that they could just go to a club in the neighborhood. Like, you're still at home. What? Who does that? Who does that? Moving on to more people who have major issues in life, we have the unfortunate story of. Hold on, let me pull in. Uh-oh, I froze. Maybe y'all can still see. No, I don't know if y'all can see me. This computer, wow, I don't know why it's acting up tonight. Give me a second, y'all. Here we go. I want to pull something else in here. So we have the story of Ariana Preston, who was a Chicago police officer who was 23 years old. She was actually due to graduate from Loyola University here in Chicago this weekend, I think it was, this coming weekend. And unfortunately, she was heading home, getting off of work and getting out of her car, crossing the street to go into her family's home. And she was approached by a car that pulled up. These guys jumped out of the car, and unfortunately, there was a shootout because she had her weapon close, and they ended up taking her life. She, I think they're like 19 years old. One is 16-year-old. I think the one on the far right is the one who was 16-year-old, very young. And there's actually a video. Let's see if this video will play. If not, I'm gonna pull it in again. It ain't gonna play. Hold on, y'all. We just got technical issues tonight. Let's see. Okay.
Say that's Officer Ariana Preston pulling up outside her Avalon Park home after her police shift early Saturday morning. Surveillance video shared exclusively with ABC7 shows the person neighbors say is Preston turning off the lights to her personal vehicle and crossing South Blackstone Avenue to her family's home. That's when a dark car pulls up, stops, and at least one person jumps out.
I heard gunshots about 1:30 in the morning, and I froze, basically.
The car then speeds off. Outside, investigators say 24-year-old Officer Ariana Preston laid in her family's front yard, shot multiple times.
Looked out and I didn't see anything. I checked my phone, I didn't see anything.
About a half hour later, the video shows Chicago police responding to the scene with SUVs swarming in from every direction. Officers quickly raced back to their cars, speeding off in search of the suspects. Neighbors say detectives quickly collected all of this video as part of their investigation. More than 36 hours after that, investigators and SWAT teams surrounded a home Sunday night near 76th and South Bishop, bellowing commands.
We have the building surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
The ABC7I team learned hours after that standoff, investigators arrested 2 men and 2 women in connection to Officer Preston's death. Tonight, investigators were back in Preston's neighborhood searching for any evidence still stuck at the scene of the officer's deadly ambush.
Yeah, so just extremely sad. And they were saying that she also was still in her uniform. She was literally just getting off of work and going home for the evening. The guys here, Travell Breland, 19 years old, Joseph Brooks, 19 years old, Jaquan Bunchnick, 18 years old, and and an unnamed 16-year-old. So there was actually 4 of them. So just so unfortunate. And they were saying that these criminals. I don't know. I'm torn because I'm torn because I hate that it's our young men. But when they've done something this heinous, then I don't want to give them respect either. I'm torn. But anyway, they actually had been linked to a number of burglaries and robberies hours before the incident. And they said that they were looking for victims that entire night, and they were specifically targeting women. And I actually heard from the source, because I live here in Chicago, I know people, that she was the fourth victim of the night. And we see how that ended. Very unfortunate. And so her mom and her family did a press conference. I'm just pull it in because I'm sure that for some reason the existing clips aren't working anymore. Give me a second. It's the computer. I don't know why. It's freezing. It's taking forever to do everything. At least the clip will play. Oh, hold on. It's all the rest of them. Give me a second. Here we go.
For you guys today, as a mother, a heartbroken mother, a mother that's full of anger, rage, questions why. We poured into her. We poured into her education. But as I said in that courtroom today, the people I really felt sorry for was those boys. I felt sorry for them because nobody obviously didn't pour into them. Nobody told them that they were loved. Nobody told them that you can do anything, like I constantly preach to my daughters. My daughter was 24. Criminal justice was her background. She graduates May 13th from Loyola. Education is what we preach. As crazy as this may sound, I pray for their family. I really, really do. I pray for their family. Anytime you can shoot somebody and say, that was my work, what kind of human would say that about another human being? We're gonna get through this. Ariana will get justice. You guys are gonna be seeing a lot of me. A whole lot of me. Because I'm a praying mama. And I had a beautiful daughter that I know deserves justice. She's supposed to be in the courtroom. Well, here I am. I'm in the courtroom for her. God is good. Keep praying for us. Justice to me is life, a life sentence. That's justice for us. I think the hole in our hearts will never be closed. It just won't close. We're a tight-knit family. We did everything together. We did everything together. You're talking about a missing person. We planned so much. We planned trips together. We planned graduation party together. We're missing someone. It's always going to be a hole that can't be filled. The day that she graduated, my other daughter was graduating the same day from Governor's State. So later on that week, and then my bonus daughter was graduating the following week from Sacramento State. So we had planned a graduation party the 27th. So we were getting everything together for that. And as usual, Ariana was saying, Ma, you're doing too much. That's me. I'm the overtop mom. I'm the mom that, even at 24 years old, I wanted to see where my baby was at, who she was with, what they were about, what their parents were about. The one thing I can say is that I know that we gave our all, and my baby is in a better place, and we're gonna get through this. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I just had to process it all. For you guys to
Yeah, so that was the mom's press conference. Usually I don't like to play real long clips, but when I watched it, it was like so emotional, and she made it was a lot of long pauses, so I ended up editing it down. That's why you saw some jumping, because she was extremely emotional in the period, but in the beginning it like took her a while to be able to even get her words out. But just to hear how much she poured into her, not only Ariana, but her children, her daughters. I mean, she got 3 girls graduating in the same month. That really shows how much she put into her kids. And I don't know if I kept that part in here or not, but where she talked about how she basically was a helicopter mom to a degree, like even at where her daughter being 23 years old and police officer, she's still like, where you going, who you gonna be with, where they come from, who they people, should you even be around them, all of that. And that really shows that she really poured into her children. And when it's time to see the fruit from that labor, her to be taken out by, random, as y'all are saying, criminals, thugs, bums, monsters, all of that, and then hoodlums I'm seeing here, and to see that senseless, totally senseless, and her mom still with that, the compassion that she still even is able to muster up to have for the the thugs who took her daughter senselessly took her daughter's life, says a lot about her heart, her integrity, and all of that. Definitely wishing them, um, condolences and comfort and all of that, because that's heavy. And then to have these milestones still, now she's gone and her graduation date hadn't even arrived yet. So now this date comes and goes, and her other sisters, all 3 of them were going to have a graduation party together. All of these things are reminders of the life that she was living that has been senselessly taken. Who is this? Naya Harris is saying, was she targeted? Yes, in the sense of they were targeting any female they saw alone that particular night. So in that way, yes, but did they know who she was and name and specifically went looking for her? No, just she happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time when they targeted her, unfortunately. Horrible. Right in front of her house on top of that. It's crazy out here. Crazy out here. This is so sad, the disrespect of life. Yeah. And then to hear what the mom said was they said that was their work. One of them, replied that this was just their work, to take someone's life over foolishness. And then they took her gun and badge. So it's a level of boldness. They're very lost. Like, I don't know. The youth are lost. And yeah, it just got me thinking on a different level too, because I used to really be active with mentoring youth. And it for me was like a tap on the shoulder in a way, like you need to get back to work too, because who's mentoring them, even as the mom was saying, who, she feels sorry for them in a way, because obviously they didn't have people in their life who did what she did for her daughters. Let's see, a couple says also says, God bless this woman. My daughter is 23 and there's no way I can stand up there with that much insight and grace for the men that put my baby in a box. Yeah. It really, it says a whole lot about her as a person. And it's always the people who are have hearts like that and put their all into living their highest and best lives that these sort of tragedies happen to. Highly favored. You might have came in late, friend. We covered that. New revelation about Shanquilla just came. Oh, unless you're saying her herself and not the actual this street justice that her attackers got. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you mean by that. Okay, so on to our next story. Let's see. So this is a story that actually happened in Malaysia. And according to this news article, it says that two brothers took a joyride to visit a local toy store in their parents' car, but crashed it. The incident occurred on the Malaysian island, and around 11 p.m. when the boys struck 11 p.m. What are they doing? What toy stores open at? Oh, well, they were 3 and 6 years old, and I don't have pictures of them or anything. I read somewhere that there was a video out, but I was looking. I didn't have time to dig to find it. But anyway, it says around 11 p.m. when the boys struck a lamppost. So, of course, a 3 and 6 year old would not understand time and that the toy store would be closed at, at 11 p.m. at night. Says, according to the people, the brothers aged 3 and 6 were not seriously injured in the crash. Still, the police chief said that witnesses were curious if a drunk person was operating the vehicle. Investigators also said the boys snuck out of their home while their mother was in the bathroom and their father was asleep. That's why y'all don't leave them keys out. Don't leave them keys out. Y'all babies be paying attention and be, well, there's a lot though. There's a whole lot. Says the driver was the minor age 6, and his passenger was the 3-year-old brother. The crash occurred when the car traveling from some names of cities I can't pronounce, lost control, crashed into a lamppost near another city. They drove approximately a mile and a half before crashing. That's kind of far. The police said the hood was damaged in the incident. They also said the 6-year-old boy was familiar with operating the car as he understood its functions. That makes me wonder too, if some of y'all be playing. Well, I ain't gonna even just point fingers. When I was younger, the adults, my father included, would sometimes let us kids play drive, like sit in their laps and steer and all of that. So that makes me wonder if the parents did that with the 6-year-old. They said that their investigation concluded that the boys understood the car's accelerator and gear functions. That's true too, because they got to know how to put it in park. I mean, drive and all that. When we checked the dash cam recording, it showed that the driving was a bit erratic sometimes. The car swerved in the opposite lane sometimes to the left and the right, said somebody. Their parents, aged 22 and 28, were also brought in for questioning. According to the official police statement on Facebook, the parents of the child and his 3-year-old brother, who also follow his elder brother, were called to assist in investigating the case. So that's all they have on that. I think because it happened in another country and stuff, the level of stuff that I could get was not quite the same. So very interesting though. And when I first saw the story, I assumed it was here in the US but thank God that they're okay. But that also calls into question if they were able to drive a mile and a half, maybe they had some experience with driving that vehicle before. 3 and 6, Lord have mercy. No, tell me about it. That's a good distance for them toddlers. Exactly, Naya. That's how did his feet hit the pedal? That's a good question. But these kids now, a 6-year-old could probably be 5'9". It's like they grow it like with these. Well, they are in Malaysia. You would think the food might be fresher than here in the U.S. with all our processed stuff and hormones and stuff. Got our kids growing 3 times at the rate that we did. But obviously he was tall enough. Yeah, they had to let that baby play in the driver's seat. That's what I'm thinking too, Courtney. Nicole is saying these kids took Grand Theft Auto to a whole new level, right? And I don't know if I don't know though. They play them games and then real life starts to seem like a video game to them. I sometimes feel like that's why we have the kind of stories that we have with these ones who become hoodlums and all of that. And because the games they play, these video games, train them. Grand Theft Auto is all about stealing cars, fighting people, deleting people, all of that. And they literally create careers around that and doing illegal activity. That is the whole video game. I've watched their YouTube videos on it, like where people get on there and it's almost like watching a TV show and they play the video game and they interact with each other and all of that. But to me, it also gets into the psyche of these as they're in the impressionable developmental years, making them think that this is like you can treat real life like that. And then we end up with sad situations like what happened to Ariana, unfortunately. And Shanquilla, if you really, where they think they can just beat people and there's nothing happens. You get to hit the replay button, the restart, and that's not life. What else? Oh. Says, how did he see over the steering wheel? Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't, because they're so young, there are probably no photos, but I don't know in Malaysia. I don't know if they have the same sort of rules we have with photos of children and all of that, especially for legal things. I don't know. How did he reach pedal? How did he see over the steering wheel? Wait, how tall is this 6-year-old Lord? Too many questions. Exactly. So, yeah, I thought that was a very interesting little viral story. And then the other story that is in the media right now is Beyonce is now officially on her Renaissance World Tour. I forgot where they said it started. In some other country. Was it Sweden? Somewhere. It officially kicked off this week. And so there's, of course, it's going viral. Everybody like, oh my God, what's she sing and what she do? And all the cell phone video footage of it and all of that. But one thing, because there's plenty of that out there. But one thing that stuck out to me that I saw was them saying that Beyonce makes the stadiums for Renaissance Tour feature gender neutral restrooms. And I found this is for me stood out because for those of you who, be hanging, y'all know we talked about this, a month ago, I think, where there was a little viral video. I forgot to pull it in here, but a little viral video clip of a lady on TikTok going through the gender neutral bathrooms. Let me see. I keep forgetting this computer's slow today. But going through the gender neutral bathroom, and there was, just a lot of conversation from y'all in the chat in regards to that. There was a lot of feelings regarding that, and so I probably don't have the topics like that where I was trying to see if I can quickly find it. Maybe not. Try this date. Work with me. Nah, it wasn't that. What we talk about in that live stream? I know I'm big. I'm I'm testing y'all memory. Oh, here it is. I found it. Here we go.
Okay, this is my first all gender bathroom. 31 stalls available. Anybody can go anywhere. That's a man. Okay. This is happening. Have you ever been in an all gender restroom? This your first one? This is my first one, especially in the airport.
Yeah.
I said, what? What?
It's different.
What about you? All gender. You ever been in an all gender?
This is my first time. I was kind of thrown off.
You was kind of thrown off?
I'm like,
I don't know, but you was walking fast. You enjoyed it.
it's kind of cool though.
It is?
Either side.
Either side. Okay, thank you. Okay, ladies, it's happening. Did y'all know this was all gender?
Yeah. We're doing makeup in an all gender.
This is my first time. I'm like,
Hey, I stopped and
Me too.
I was like, am I going the right
No, I did like this. That's okay. I know that's a girl. That's a boy. And I'm okay with whatever, but you just threw this on us.
It's weird.
It's progressive here, though.
I know. Yeah.
And then you doing your makeup and a man in there pissing.
There's like men walking by. It's so
And you cute though. You cute though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, but the doors are sealed completely, so that's a good thing. Since we got all gender, so can't nobody creep in and see that through them doors. A man went in that one. That's the thing. Oh, you said obviously a man went in that one. Oh, there go a man, y'all. Okay. Hey, sir, in the all gender bathroom.
So I don't know. I mean, Beyonce is you know, you have to keep in mind what her audience and the fact that I think it's very progressive of her. What I'm not clear on, and from the article and from what I saw, is if that meant all bathrooms at every venue they're at, because I don't even think that's quite, I don't know, but maybe it is, maybe it could still work. But yeah, I don't know how it really would work. It definitely, like we said, in some of you were saying in the previous live when we talked about the gender neutral bathrooms, it would maybe help with the lines that you ladies have. But also it might be a slip and slide around some of those toilets because some men's aim is off. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I'm curious of how it would look and work in real life in a stadium environment, because that's totally, you know, different. So I don't know, but let me see if give me a second. Kind of operating the comments on my own here and there. You said not slip and slide. I feel like y'all having multiple. I feel like people joining at different times, and so the comments are like sporadic of all the topics mixed in. I think, ooh, throw it away. Ill. Let me say, Courtney saying, so our conferences are in large convention centers or stadiums. It's honestly wonderful for the line situation. Right. That would be my thought. But again, there's, you know, still people who are just uncomfortable with the idea of it. I think men and women, there are people who are uncomfortable with the idea of sharing that space with the other gender. And then, you know, the safety concern piece of it as well for some women. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to share that little tidbit with y'all. And then this other thing. Now, this is on a personal note where the other day, and if you're not a part of it, let me put it across the. I need to add this in. I keep forgetting. I am on multiple platforms, social media platforms outside of YouTube that you can connect with me on. And so I post pretty much daily. I am on those other platforms. So if you don't see videos from me on YouTube and you want to connect with myself and our community, one way you can do that is by joining our VIP text community and also our VIP Facebook group. And in that group, and there's the link for it there. And I'm scrolling across the bottom. Our text community phone number is there. But if you click on this link that I just put in the chat, that link takes you to everything. It shows you every way that you can possibly connect with me. And you click on it and it takes you in there and you can do whatever. But what I posted the other day was more controversial than I thought. It was a funny meme, kind of related to Beyonce, a funny meme that I chuckled when I saw it. And I didn't think that much of it, except for it was a good little quick chuckle for me. So I saw this. I can't even remember where I saw it on social media now, but the original caption said, "That baby look a lot like ... Never mind. And then I put in my own caption, I never noticed this, but I'm gonna sit this right here, and then just a little laughing emoji or whatever. Boy, did I not expect that the not Beehive, I'm so used to saying that, the Beehive or the K-Hive, I don't know what Kelly Rowland's people are. I did not expect backlash. I had somebody who threatened to unfollow me as if that is a threat. I am not for everyone. I'm okay with it. I understand that. I understood that when I got into this. But they were like, if you're going to post anything else like this, I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to be gone. And I was like, okay, bye. What? Over this? And I didn't create it. I just posted what was a funny meme. I'm like, and then it was the same person that was on Facebook in our Facebook group on top of that. Then they went over to the to my Instagram, trolling over this. What? People get a life. It's a joke, and I don't know. I didn't take it like, and I don't know. Are y'all missing the joke? Do y'all understand the joke? Who that's supposed to be pointing a finger that could possibly be the father, like inferring that Jay-Z could could possibly be. And I don't think that. It was funny, and baby from that angle in that particular picture has some features similar to. Whatever with that though. But also Jay-Z actually does have a guy who is, and I haven't dug into the story yet, but I've been seeing the headlines that trending that there is a guy, he's like, I think in his 20s or 30s, and he's claiming that Jay-Z is his father, and he's like trying to demand a blood test. His mother said that she basically hooked up with Jay-Z at some point, but the mom has now passed away. So this guy is taking this thing to the Supreme Court. So, but anyway, it was a joke. I'm like, Jesus, calm down. That's ridiculous. And if you're that crazy, don't follow me. We don't do crazy over here. This is, oh my God, right. This was crazy. Here's the door. Exactly. They can get over it. It's not that. That's how I felt. I was like, it's just not that serious. They obviously haven't been around long enough to see your humor, right? Or humor in general. It's just regular humor to me. In this, I didn't create. Why am I pointing the wrong way? I didn't create this. I just reposted what was already floating around social media. I did not create it. It's really not that serious. And I'm like, this person who going in like that, Kelly Rowland don't know you. And when I first saw him, when he was a baby, I was like, yeah, exactly. Look at him. He says that dude has been claiming this for years. So again, I haven't followed the story, so I don't know if this is just some crazy person who, I don't know. I'm almost like at this point, just take the blood test, Jay-Z, to get him to shut him down. But I don't know what that's all about because I haven't followed the story. Some of her fans are beyond disturbed. Yeah, there's a lot of disturbed people who follow a lot of people. The stories I could tell y'all, the stories that the patrons, our executive people, because we do have a Patreon as well, some of the stories that I've shared with them so far, and I had some this week that didn't get around to posting yet. Yeah, it's crazy out here, y'all. People too invested in someone that don't pay their bills, right? Someone who only you invest in, they don't invest in you. Yeah, this lady was trying it with Vail, right? Tried her way right on out the door. Okay, so, and what else do I have? I lost my notes. Where are my notes? Okay, so this is an interesting story too. So y'all know the computer acting up on us today, so I gotta re-pull this one in. Give me a second. I literally have them all here already in StreamYard sitting there, but they're just not working. The existing videos, so I have to re-pull them in to make them work. And then the computer's freezing because it's taking all day. I don't know why. And this is the new computer, y'all. Y'all know I just got this one a couple months ago. Yeah, I'm losing my place. What am I doing? Okay. Is this it? I'm gonna pause it though. I'm gonna tell you the story first. But oh, hold on. Okay, so we have this story, and now we're into our viral story segment. So we have this nasty couple from Virginia, and there has been multiple complaints against this guy, Taquan Hines, and his girlfriend Asia because of their viral video. Both of them are seen taking a quart of Blue Bunny ice cream and licking from the product before placing it back in the at the grocery store, and they place it back in the freezer before they run away in laughter. Says the police are currently attempting to locate the specific establishment, and added no business has come forward as a victim or in their jurisdiction. Okay, and so here we go. Hold on, y'all. Everything's all mixed up around here now.
Get ice cream. Let me taste it. All right, hurry up, put it back. Hurry up, put it back. Come on, let's run.
Now, what makes a person think? Well, our youth are lost. They are lost. But you know, this was similar to a story that came out. It was actually a celebrity who had done this as well. I think at an ice cream shop, a parlor or whatever, and that's actually illegal as well. I forgot. Is it a I think it's a biohazard. I'm forgetting the technical term for it, but it's considered a crime to do that. But on top of that, what would make you do that? The other piece I thought about though, as I was watching the video, is she didn't. At least I don't think she pulled back the plastic film, because I'm like, when I buy ice cream, I feel like it always had a plastic film. Or is that only Breyer's ice cream that does that? Is it like the Blue Bunny doesn't have that? But anyway, they're saying that Hines, this guy, Taquan Hines, has since deleted the video from his social media profiles, but the damage is done. Like, it's out there now. I'm playing it here. This is how social media work. Once it's out, it's out. Like, there ain't no takey backs, no take backs. It's done. It's done. But yeah, I thought that was interesting and disgusting. And people need to know that that's not a joke. That's not something you play with. You don't even get to. There's no payoff, because you don't even get to see the person who purchases it and takes it home and not realize that your nasty germs are already in their ice cream. You don't get to see that. It's ridiculous. I wish ice cream makers would add a protective seal under to seal their products. It's disgusting. So again, the ones that I purchase, maybe that's the bougie side of me, but the ice cream I eat, it has the plastic film on top of it. Like, that's stuck. Like, you got to pull it a little hard. So maybe it just depends on the ice cream brand. They're gonna have to start doing it though. It says "Ugh, why us?" Yeah. Nasty mofos. Where's the plastic around the lid? Yeah. So I guess it's here we go. It was Ariana Grande. I knew it was a celebrity who did that and faced huge backlash. Oh, she licked donuts in Lake Eisner, California. Okay, not all of them had a plastic film. Okay. Learn something new every day. I saw that, and some are saying it's all a joke. They go back and get it. So I heard. That ain't cute, because everyone doesn't know that. I hope that's the truth, but everyone doesn't know that. And so you're going to have the copycatters who don't know that the second part of it is off camera. You're supposed to go back and actually purchase it. It's stupid anyway. They too big. Those were some big people. Those weren't, I don't even think they're teenagers. They look like they're in their 20s. Oh, Blue Bunny, if I remember correctly, has a hard blue plastic piece that you peel back. So if that's the case, let me just reply. I can replay it silent while we sit here. Yeah, she didn't pull back no film, y'all. So maybe they did off camera, y'all. Now y'all know I know editing, I know the social media stuff. What they could have done is prior to turning on that camera in the first place, they may have already removed that film, and then she made it where, you know, she just went back to the same container she had already taken the film off, and they could have possibly purchased that. Maybe. Either way is unnecessary. People do the most for clout on social media, and it's so like get creative, because that ain't creative. Okay. And then how long we been on here? Oh, this went a little quicker. I thought we was gonna be here a while. Seemed like the topics were like gonna take a long time, but we are already at the last viral story, and then I'll go through some more well, we only got a couple comments, but I'll go through some more, well, a couple saved, I should say. Let's see. Lost my train of thought just that quick. I'm getting old. I think this one was about to play though. Oh, yep, it played. All right, so we have this video of people at a zoo, and they happen to see a gorilla in the background, and it was like very shocking just what was captured on this video.
Hey, who to let Caesar out, man? Look at Caesar. Yeah.
So they captured this gorilla literally just casually walking. He looking back, looking like he out of the day for the day at a park. Or like they said in this caption, look like he finna go home for the day. I thought that was so interesting. Well, cute and funny. Like they say, they you know, we come from the origins of humans, evolved from apes and stuff. So no, it wouldn't be surprising that he looks like a person, a hairy person walking. Let me see. I had a couple comments that I had starred. Let's see. Says, Vale, you look like Roy Wood could be, I guess you and Roy Wood could be brothers. Okay, I haven't heard that one before, and I guess because now he's getting a little popular. Well, I ain't gonna say little popular, like because of him doing the correspondence dinner. Uh-oh. That now I guess I'm gonna be getting that. I've gotten Usher when I was younger, Usher, Luther Vandross when I was younger. Who else? Oh, what's his name? Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why am I forgetting his name? Y'all know who he is, though. Let me see. We just chilling now, so I ain't got no more other topic. Hanging. Mark Curry, right? Mark Curry. Let me see. I don't see it. Now, Usher at a point, especially when I was younger, my hair was cut lower. Okay. This is who West Free 2 is saying that I look like, for those of you who may not be familiar. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna actually do a quick little poll. We just hanging out now at this point because I'm finna do a quick little. Oh, where the poll at? Right here. Do I look like Roy Wood? Okay, hold on. It's coming to y'all. Y'all answer yes or no, and we're gonna see if West Free is on it or are they just saying stuff. I'll take a drink while y'all doing it. West Free look like you. Look like you lost. I don't think I look like him. And are you of our persuasion? Do you look like? Because sometimes people think we all look alike. Are you? Yeah, I don't see it. We are both African American men. We both do have cheeks, chubby cheeks. We both have full lips. Yes, we both have African American noses. We both have, you know, eyes that are a little, I guess, more slender. But the Veeple, I gotta put the glasses back on. The Veeple say 45% say yes, and oh, it keeps moving a little bit. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have kept saying stuff because it's like I'm convincing y'all. So I'm stopping it right now. So we got 40% yes and 60% no. Okay. Okay, I guess we're doing game night now. Okay, let's see. I'm seeing, oh, let me do Mr. Cooper, hang with Mr. Cooper first. Uh-oh. Let me get this stuff out of here. Mark Curry. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to show y'all. Where's my stuff at? Here we go. Mark Curry. Oh, let me do the poll first. Hold on. Give me a second. Do I look like? Do I look? Ignore all the punctuation errors. Do I look like Mark Curry? Do I look like Mark Curry? Polls coming your way? Yes or no? Yes or no? We just doing the poll from the actual poll I'm putting out there because it's easier for me to see the score. Again, let me take off the glasses. Let me take this off the screen for a second. Mark Curry. And who else y'all said? I'm gonna pull up the next one. And with Usher, I would have to find some of my older pictures. I'll actually put it in our with Usher. I'll put it in our social media. Okay, so we have, who was I just doing? Oh, Mark Curry. See, that's even less. So Mark Curry is 89% say no and 10% say yes. Interesting. All right, so now we're gonna do. Oh, give me a second. Here we go. Sure. Okay, here go the poll. Uh-oh. I did it wrong. Sorry. Copy. What happened to my chat? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got Usher. Usher got crow's feet. I never noticed that before. He got bags on his eyes. He needs more sleep. And then the last one that I used to get is no. I'm gonna do a mashup. I'll do it probably on Facebook, where I'll do it in our Facebook group. So again, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, I'm gonna put it scrolling across the bottom of the screen again. That was actually wrong. Let me see. For the Facebook group. Give me. Let me pull it. Well, wrong. We'll continue this on in our Facebook group. I'll be posting some of my older pictures. Why am I still sharing that? So when it comes to Usher, was that Usher? Yes. 89%. I mean, I'm sorry. 18% no, yes, rather, and this thing move. 17%. What did I just say? 82% no, 17% yes. I'm looking at here we go. Crow's feet and all. You love Usher. I ain't mad at you. I love Usher too. Okay. That was a little sidetrack, but yeah, so this story, this comment is about the thugs who said that about Ariana Preston, that it was just work for them. I got so many pictures, y'all. Yeah, it's horrible. It shows how lost they are for them to even be able to make that. And then obviously that was an official statement they made to someone in power. Star, first time here. I really like how you speak. Just subscribe. Well, welcome to the Veeple community. You are very welcome. Thank you for subscribing. And we have fun over here. We do shenanigans as well. Highly Favored says the transgender in the video is Winter Donovan's brother. It was so much commotion and scuffling, unless you're talking. So there was one. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it in my photo here. Probably not, because let me see. Yeah, you can't see. I didn't actually screenshot that piece of it. But in that video, there was a guy who was fighting. He, at that point, the part that I saw, he had a ball fade and seemed like guy clothes on. So I don't know if he had a wig on that got pulled off. I don't know. Somebody's wig got pulled off, because I heard someone in the video saying, she got my wig, get my wig from her after the scuffling. It's crazy. But that's interesting to know. But yeah, that's well, let me do one more. I forgot already. I forgot rather. I was gonna pull up. Somebody said exhibit. I've heard this before, so that's why I'm interested rather to see what y'all say. Let's see. Get a good. I guess I'm gonna take a picture from back in the day with him. Oh, maybe why I got my head. Let me see. I don't know. Let me do this one. Oh, that's too small. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this one. All right, I'm gonna share this one. Somebody's commenting that I look like exhibit. Where'd that comment go? Courtney Winterspoon just said that. So, Courtney, we're about to see if you are correct or what the majority says. Share the screen for those of you who don't know who Exhibit is. He's a rapper who used to do Pimp My Ride, was a show he had on MTV. All right, let me do the poll. Exhibit. All right, coming your way. Here it is. Let's see what the majority says. Laura is saying yes. We need to do some, well, but we're not going to do them over here, but I need to, we're going to start having our game nights on our Patreon too, because that was definitely one of the activities that we're supposed to do. I didn't even need the poll for this one, Vale. Well, I needed to be able to see the overall tally of it all. Because looking at a bunch of yes, no, no, yeah, no, in the chat is hard to gauge. Let's see what y'all saying down here. You look like Vel B, the handsome YouTube influencer. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I am unique. Now let Crooks over there tell it I'm I'm overweight with bad skin and yeah. I noticed it. Yeah, Precious. You know what? Precious, if you get around to it, I don't know. I didn't see Trikesha tonight either. And Marianne, I know, unfortunately, Alice is in the hospital with, I don't know if she want me saying all that, but anyway, prayers for, because I'm like, I just thought about it. We're talking to thousands. We're not on Patreon. We're talking to thousands of people. But anyway, prayers to our VIPO community member, Alice, blessed child of God. She's dealing with medical emergency with her family. So definitely pray for her. I'll share it on Patreon. I think she'll be okay with that. So prayers out to her. That's where she's at tonight. But anyway, if you Precious or Trikesha or anybody else in our Patreon know of any virtual games we can play, definitely send it to me and then we'll put that all together. Okay, so the poll at this point, let's see, and then we're gonna do a couple of little comments and then we are out of here. Now this one we got 60%. I'm surprised at this actually, y'all. 60% say yes, I do look like Exhibit, and 40% say no. I'm a little surprised. All right, so we've settled that. I think I'm gonna do that every once in a while when I get people, because so then I can shut it down. Like, nope, the majority say I don't look like them. Christians have several seats to the left. Yeah, he's Crooks needs to not talk about nobody with his snappy chest hairs. Yeah, we'll be on that next week. I needed some time to sometimes I just don't feel like talking about them. Like that's really the truth. I just don't feel like it. There's plenty of content. I just don't always feel like talking about it. But to next week on our Reality Chronicles channel, we will Velnito will be back because he has to cover the most recent lie that Darius Crooks told with receipts and breaking it down in a way that, you know, I'm gonna edit it all up and all that good stuff. Yeah, prayers to Alice and family. I'm a sub and it seems like I've been missing some fun. Yeah, we have fun over here. We do our shenanigans in a good way. Yes, definitely prayers. Okay, perfect. Send it to me on Patreon though, Precious, because if it's anywhere else, it might take me a while to see it, but Patreon, I'll see it right away. Crooks said that. What type of fun mirrors is he using? When y'all see my response, though, oh my God, I can't wait to share with the Patreon members because I've been working on something already. Like, how you gonna talk about my weight? What? Do you see yourself? And do you see me? Like, what are you? Yeah, definitely, Marianne. We're gonna have a game night over there. And anyone else, if you're not a member of Patreon, it's only exclusive to those who have joined. So you can join, and the link to be able to get connected to the Patreon is scrolling across your screen below. I feel like honestly, we've almost gotten into Patreon mode where it's just kind of free form and wherever the conversation is taking us. And so that tells me I need to go ahead and get off of here because I have no more outline. We have finished that part of the show. But now you look just alike. But how I think we're talking about Exhibit, maybe? I'm not sure. Hashtag free Velnito, right? Yeah, Velnito, because it's been 2 weeks now. Like, I think this will make officially 2 weeks since Velnito has come out. So y'all know if it's been that long, he probably storing up a lot. So thanks, Precious. Okay, so with that, Courtney, let me get my coin so I can be up in the Patreon. Absolutely, we can't wait to see you over there. But with that, thank all of you who have joined this evening. I really appreciate you. Thank you to my moderators. And again, thoughts and prayers out to one of our moderators, background singer moderators, Alice, blessed child of God, and her family. And with that, I was trying to see if I could pull this video in, but you know, let me do it the long way. Hold on, give me a second. Bear with me. Or maybe I just should have closed out because now the computer freezing again. Let's see. That's the right one. That's not the right one. Here we go. Monster sales. Okay, here we go. Oh, this thing playing with me tonight. Hold on. One more time. Okay. All right. So with that, until next time, until I upload the next video, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, and we'll see each other next week on some live streams. And oh, and happy Mother's Day. Thank you for putting that in the chat, because I'm slipping my mind right now. Happy Mother's Day to all of our Veeple community mothers. And with that, until next time, until I upload the next video, take care and be blessed. Peace.
I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give an F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, Young G's. And I'm a self-made man.
I actually interviewed Darius Cooks on my radio show. I've been 5 or 6 years ago before he blew up on social media. And Justice was just articulated. He actually went on Periscope Live during the radio show. It did his own show in the studio during the show that he was supposed to be on. But he's a narcissistic individual. And because of that, he's had many of these run-ins. I think there was a scandal a few years ago where he was doing fake credit repair for people and got sued. His restaurant got closed down, those sorts of things. So he maintains these online scams, preying on the hearts and minds of his followers. And even just was just articulated after our show, because we tend to ridicule people when they act up on our show. He actually went on Periscope Live to talk about me and our producer and some of the other guests after the show. So this has been going on for a long period of time. Now, legally, when somebody talks about you online, that's just talk. But once they get into this place of making threats, either violence, threatening to release personal information, well, that's where you can actually file a criminal report against this individual. And if they do release improper or censored information, personal information that is privileged, that absolutely, you can report that to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations or to the Federal Bureau of Investigations for them to look into it, particularly if you have multiple individuals who are involved in this.